What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we have a huge trade, a couple small signings, and a lot of stuff has gone down over the last couple 24 to 48 hours, so let's hop into it. Luis Arráez signed with the Giants on a one-year $12 million deal. He's always a very low strikeout rate hitter. He led the NL in hits for the second consecutive year this year, and he's a good eye at the plate because he walks a decent amount, but he chases at pitches below the dirt and above the zone like crazy that are clearly balls, but he gets hits out of it, so he's a singles merchant. And the only downside to this move is the Giants want him to play second base. He's not a great defender at all. He's slow on the bases too, and he had an 84 OPS plus against lefties, so it's pretty much singles against righties, and that's all he's valuable for. But 12 million, he's gotten up to the 300 hitting range for a long time. There's talks a couple seasons ago with him hitting 400, but that died down. Luis Arráez is a really good contact hitter, and that's about it. Not to be rude or anything, but he's one of the most overrated players out there in baseball because people think, oh, he hits 300, he's good. He sucks at defense, is slow, can't hit against lefties, so, hitting against righties is only good strength. But if he hits 295 to 300 for the Giants this year, he's going to do wonders because he'll be hitting in front of Matt Chapman, Devers, Willie Adames, which means more RBI opportunities. So it's a good move for the Giants. The next big thing that happened was Jordan Hicks was dealt from the Boston Red Sox to the White Sox. He went from the top drawer to the bottom drawer because of the two Sox. And if you ask Red Sox fans about this, they would love this deal because Jordan Hicks, he throws 100 bazillion miles per hour. He was good with the Giants. He went to the Red Sox, and he just wasn't the same pitcher. And I don't know if it's because he still wasn't used to being a starter or what, but he struggled big time this year. He had a 6.95 ERA and 67 innings pitched with 58 strikeouts as a starter. But even going back a couple years, he had a 3.67 ERA and 41.1 innings pitched in 2023. So he still has it in him. It's just, I don't know. He's just so bad for the Red Sox. But the White Sox are having a good offseason. Sir Anthony Dominguez, Mercado. They got Jordan Hicks even though he struggled. He can be a great starter or bullpen piece. Where do you think Hicks will play? Because he's been a starter and a bullpen piece. And like I said, he was just terrible this year. He went from the Red Sox to the White Sox. The White Sox in return for him, or the Red Sox in return got David Sandelin, who had an ERA of 4.50 in 106 innings with 107 strikeouts. Nasty stuff, but needs to put it together for a full year. He's shown flashes. They also got Gage Zahi, who also went to Boston with an ERA of 4.12 in 107 innings pitched with 90 strikeouts. Again, he's shown potential, needs to put it together for a full year. Eugenio Suárez is going back to the Cincinnati Reds on a one-year $15 million deal. He hit 49 homers last year with almost 120 RBIs. I thought he would have gotten more than 15 mil, but that's just how baseball works, I guess. I think he likes something with reunions because he went to Seattle twice, went to the Diamondbacks twice, and now he's back with Cincinnati where his whole career started. The Reds are planning on using him as a DH, which I think is good, the best for him, because he kind of struggled as a third baseman this year. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't his normal stuff. But Geno Suárez, the reason you sign him and the reason you put him as a DH is he rakes. 49 homers, 118 RBIs, and OPS 824 with an OPS plus of 126. He was really hot with Arizona. You could not get him out homer after homer. And then he cooled off with Seattle. And I think part of that is because Seattle's not a very hitter-friendly park compared to Arizona. But when you go to American Family Field, the Reds Stadium, that ball flies. He might hit 50 home runs again. The only downside to Geno besides the defense is he was very good against lefties, which is weird because you would have thought the opposite hand made it easier to see the ball, but I guess not. And his defense declined. He goes on stretches where you cannot get him out for 2 weeks. It's homer after homer, and then he goes on ice cold stretches where it's strikeout after strikeout for a month. So it kind of depends, but he always finishes with great numbers. 49 homers, 52, including the playoffs with almost 120 RBIs is crazy. Geno back to the Reds where it all started is pretty good. The Pirates were in on Geno, Kyle Schwarber, a bunch of They wanted a bunch of hitters this offseason. They haven't landed anyone, so sorry, Pirates fans, but you're now shifting your focus to Marcelo Ozuna, according to reports. He's a little older now, but still a very, very good hitter. The last and biggest deal that broke while I was in school today, Brendan Donavan has been traded from the St. Louis Cardinals to the Seattle Mariners in a 3-team trade. It was for a while now that we all thought Brendan Donovan was going to get traded. He was talking about it. People were talking about it for so long, and after Cattell realized he wasn't getting traded, it was especially likely. So they got Brendan Donovan, who Seattle's getting 2 years of control, super utility, second base, shortstop, outfield. Donovan's awesome, and he'll probably be hitting leadoff in front of Julio, Cal, Randy Arozarena. The Mariners, Josh Naylor, the Mariners lineup is actually really good. And the Mariners got a sneaky good player. He's one of the most underrated players in baseball. And like I said, lots of teams were interested. He rakes super good utility with Gold Glove defense. He's a phenomenal player. And Brendan Donovan in Seattle, the Mariners were 1 win away from the World Series. They took the Blue Jays to Game 7, so they were not just sitting and being like, oh, we have a great pitching staff, let's rely on that. They're going out and re-signing Josh Naylor. They unfortunately didn't bring back Gino, but then they go and get Brendan Donovan, who's a super utility. This is awesome. He had 10 homers, an OPS of 775 with an OPS plus of 119 with 50 RBIs. He made the All-Star team this year, and Brendan Donovan's incredible. So what does this mean for the Cardinals? Because they kind of traded everyone in the offseason. Are they rebuilding with Nolan Arenado, Sonny Gray, Wilson Contreras, and Brendan Donovan all gone in one offseason? I don't think they're rebuilding. I think it's more of a salary dump and a retooling, because I don't think they're going to be in the playoffs or anything, but they're not going to be a bad baseball team. And JT Weatherholt, who is a big top prospect, I believe now he plays second base. Donovan's gone, which was Donovan's main position. I believe JT Weatherholt's going to make the big league club out of spring training and go ballistic this year. He's my pick for Rookie of the Year if he does end up making camp. But the Cardinals, in return for giving up Brendan Donovan, they got Dribbling Glitching. I'm sorry, I said this so wrong. From the Seattle Mariners, he's a switch pitcher with an ERA of 3.99 and 108.1 innings pitched. They also got Ty Peter, who hit 19 homers, and RBIs of 63 with an OPS of 692. There's some power in that bat. He has to put it together, but 19 homers and 63 RBIs is decent. And they got the number 68th overall pick in the upcoming draft. So the Cardinals got 2 players and a draft pick from the Mariners. The Rays, a part of this 3-team deal, join in. They are sending Colton Ledbetter to the Cardinals as well as the number 72 overall pick. Colton, he's a prospect. He has to make strides, but he looks decent so far. 7 homers, 49 RBIs with 37 stolen bases with an OPS of 715. So he has speed, he's fast, and has a little power. Perfect combo if he can just develop more on-base skills, but 37 stolen bases is pretty good. And then the Rays got Ben Williams, who in 85 big league games with the Mariners had an OPS of 604 with 1 homer. Struggled, it's the big league, it's going to happen, but they left him up there for a while with 85 games. So the full trade, to make it simple, the Rays get Ben Williams in exchange for Brendan Donovan. He goes to the Mariners, and the Mariners gave up Giancarlo Glicente and Ty Pete along with Colton Ledbetter in exchange for Brendan Donovan, and then the Rays sent Colton to the Cardinals, so the Cardinals sent Ben Williams to the Rays, and then the other 2, Ty Pete and Shintente, went to the Mariners in exchange for Brendan Donovan. That's it for today's video. Let me know what you think of these moves down in the comments. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you guys.